Yo, we got a tier list. We got Quantum, Buster, G Post, BBLA, Guillermo, Titos, A Rush, Esteban, Poopaside, Tendies, Ignite, Crom, UFlow, Bandits, Slack, Shroud, Gunna, Phase, Italics, Pob, Fires, Dior Poopy, Dex, Karam, Iconic, and Domables. These are either people that I remember playing, or I played against, or like they're just relevant to me in any like way. Like the reason Connor's not on this list is because like I never played him or never really talked to him. Like the reason like all this attractiveness isn't on this list because I never fucking played him. But starting off, we have Quantum. Quantum never really gave me any trouble. Last time I remember playing him was when I was in the Ash in season 21. I gave him 2 sacks. I was in the ult blocking. He just really straight sheds. He doesn't really do that much else. But aside from that, it's really easy to read him once you become good at center. His sheds just don't really like scare you anymore after a while. But yeah. I'm gonna put him at mid. Like no offense to Quantum, but after I got better at center and realized like how like good his sheds were, right? They were really that good. They didn't challenge me that much. It's just kind of easy now. Up next we got Buster, and Buster, I remember playing him versus Big Shooter. Had 2 sacks. He wasn't that good. I mean, Buster never really gave me a challenge because he was on mobile, which was already hard as itself, right? I never really felt that challenge when I played him. He was alright at DE, he didn't really shed me that much. He just kept it contained, I just split on him a lot. But I'll give him mid as well, along with Quantum. G-Post was actually a really pretty good challenge, in the old blocking especially, because he had a shed that he timed where like he would go in and just bounce off your body and just make you fly. So yeah, that was really hard for me. Last time I played him, I think I just had my QB holding S mostly. It was like around season 1 or season 22. I would have been hard because he was hard to block. I mean, it's not like he was like impossible. It's just really hard. He just keeps containing really well. BBLA might be our first very hard. Each time I play this guy, he just keeps contained, sheds you inside, just keeps on pushing the QB back. I never really could stop him. Last time I played him, I let up 2 sacks, but second to last time I played him, I let up 2 sacks, but then I got my get back and I had to. But BBLA he would still be as good as he used to be if he played more recently. So for that, I'm gonna put him in very hard because I remember he would give me like nightmares in the old setting. And then you have Guillermo. This guy, there have been so many hacking rumors around his name forever, and the hardest game of my career probably was when I played him in Fires. I let up like 6 sacks in total. He had 4. He has like a little hop that he does where he'll jump over your fucking head and you literally just can't block him. It's impossible. So for that, I'm gonna put him in very hard. People call him a hacker. I don't really care that much. I'm still gonna just rate him. Titos. I never really played Titos. I only like played him at pickups and stuff, and I've seen him play. He never really gave me a challenge. I mean, the way he backs up, it gets his QB kind of pressure, but he goes all the way back. I'll put him in mid or above this. A-Rush was hard because that guy's hitbox is like a fucking wall. You literally just can't hit him back. Like, okay, hold on. Yeah, like A-Rush's hitbox, that shit would piss me off so much whenever I play him. Because whenever he reaches me, I can't like shut him because he's gonna come back and reach me again. Like it's almost impossible to like reach back and then like get past him. But whenever you do get past him, he gets screwed. He gets like really screwed. Aside from that, I mean, he's really good at center, really good at DE. At DE, he just lags a lot, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, I just kind of have to get past it. He's a lazy guy. I'll put him in hard. He gives me a challenge. Now you have Esteban. I never got to play Esteban in the game, but whenever I did play him in like pickups or saw him play, he would always like his switches confused me. Like I never knew what he was gonna do. He always had like an element of surprise for me at least. I don't know about others, but Esteban always had me like on my feet. Like I would have to really focus up to see what he was gonna do, which is what I kind of hate about playing a center because like I just fucking hate like tracking how they move and stuff. I just like them running at me, but Esteban definitely gives me a lot of trouble, so he's probably gonna go very hard as well, along with Guillermo and BBLA. Poop aside. For me, Poop Aside's inside shed never really like scared me, I would say. It never really like challenged me. Because his shed isn't as good as Pob's, and I've faced Pob's like a ton of times, so I kind of just got used to countering inside sheds after playing Pob. When I played BBLA versus Chase in Sweet 16, I think season 4 of the new generation or season 5, he never gave me a big challenge. I was never really that challenged against Poop Aside. He kind of lags a lot too. I'll put him in challenging, but I'll put him in challenging. He never really gave me that much of a problem. Same with Tendies. I mean, last time I played Tendies, he had to dip the game because he was like subbing in for Karam because Karam was gonna show up late. But Tendies never really gave me a struggle either. I think he's overrated personally. I don't really have a problem with Tendies. I'll put him at the top of mid. Like, just he has a lot of success, but it's just like he's not that challenging for me to get past. At least, like it just doesn't really challenge me. Ignite probably has some of the strongest mechanics in the game when it goes to like angles and stuff like that. It definitely scares me as a DE because once he starts getting around you, like it's really hard to just stop him. So like for that reason, I'm probably gonna have to put him either like hard or very hard because like once he gets around you, it's really hard to get away. Also him at DE too, like his push is just insane, like his timing and stuff. He doesn't change his angle that much, which like it's kind of weird, but like he's still really good at like DE. It's impossible to like lane him easily. So for that, I'm gonna put him in hard over A rush. Kind of on par with super, let's say. But next we have Chrom. Chrom's like a 50-50. Either he'll lag through you by DE, or he'll just like run at you and get lane. And at center, he's really aggressive. It's like kind of weird to play him because he usually tries to get like instant lanes and stuff sometimes if the DEs are playing wide, which I don't blame him for, but it doesn't really like help his QB. So he has a hitbox sort of like A-Rush, except he's just laggier, so I'll put him in challenging side. Uflo at DE was really annoying in the hold blocking when I played him because he would send me flying. He mains like 200 FPS, I'm pretty sure. And it's just like really annoying to have to try to lane him because he always keeps an angle on your shoulder. Like a bunch of people will say like, oh, Uflo's not this good at DE, or oh, he doesn't change his angle a lot to go for a sack. Yeah, because he just contains. He doesn't need to like go aggressive to be good at DE. He just contains and gets the job done, which is like kind of what you're supposed to do. But I'll put Uflo at challenging, at the top of challenging for sure. Maybe even, yeah, I'll put him low. I'll put him on the low end hard because he does give me a good challenge at DE, and the way he contains is really well too. And obviously he's a top 3 tight end, so. Then you have Bandis. Bandis was not that good in season 21 when I played him, if I'm being honest. He never really like made me struggle in season 21. I never got scared of him. I was never scared when I switched to him. He was just a laggy DE. Recently though, he finally found out how to use his latency to just hop over people, jump over people. It's like he's basically like a new version of Guillermo, which is why I'm gonna put him in very hard. But he's basically a clone of Guillermo. And then you have Slack, somebody that taught me how to stunner when I was like still learning and shit. Obviously I don't go into it into depth as much as he does, but I still like learn some of my shit from him and like some of my shit from like Esteban and other stunners, which is why I'm gonna put Slack in hard because he can't give you a challenge if he plays the right DEs and knows how to adapt. He'll give him a challenge. And same thing with Shroud. Shroud is basically like a Slack clone sort of, except with more activates. If I'm being for real. But you have Gunna. Gunna never really gave me that much of a challenge. I mean, I played him like 3 games, 2 in old blocking, 1 in new. The first game I played him, I had 3 sacks. Second game I played him, I had 2. Third game I played him, I had 2. And the third game I was on MacBook as well, which was fucking hell. So I'll put him at the bottom of hard. Put him at the bottom of challenging. Gunna just never gives me a challenge, really. Up next we got FaZe. I played FaZe in Final Four. I had a sack. I'm trying to be nice, but FaZe, you don't really challenge me that much. I do good. It's just like there are just some centers that give me more of a challenge. So I'm gonna put you like high challenging above Crom for sure. But like you never really like made me like go, oh my god, what the fuck? Like how could I beat this guy? You just never gave me that feeling. Same with Italics. Like Italics, he's good. He keeps his contain really well. He just doesn't know how to adjust to center when some VEs just play wide and shit. Like, and most of the people that I put low don't take us offensively. This is just like my opinion on it. But yeah, like Italics, he just. I don't know. I would put him in mid, but I don't. But like he's good enough to be in challenging now because he's gotten better over time. So I'll put him in the bottom of challenging. Pob instantly goes up to very hard for me. A lot of people say he's an exploiter. The reason I put him in very hard is because that guy's like basically. I played him a shit ton of times. It's like a rival game basically. He was the one that got me good at countering inside shed since he has one of the best like to ever do it. Really good at tight end too. He's known for being like top tight end in the game. Aside from like Weakno, who I forgot to put in this list. I'm gonna edit that really quickly if you guys don't mind. But yeah, Popeye's found here. Alright, and then there's your Pob, Bandis, Esteban, Guillermo, and BBLA in the top tier. Fires is definitely like a big challenge for me. I would put him in like very hard if he was able to adjust to the new blocking, because in the old blocking, like I said before, when I played him and Guillermo, like those two guys gave me the biggest problem in my life. Like I was just getting tossed around between them. So for that reason, like Fires was like one of the top 5 shutters like of all time in the old blocking, which is why I'm gonna put him at very high and hard, like up here, because he was really good and he played on laptop too, which is even funnier. Dior Puppy gave me a good challenge in Final Four for sure with the way he contains and his inside shed. He has options of like ways he can shed, which is kind of what makes him like challenging to play. And which is kind of like what makes him like really hard for me at least to get past. I would definitely put him up at like medium to like low, like medium to high challenge, or like low hard to high challenge. I'll put him in high challenge with FaZe because those guys are like they're kind of on par together. Dex 304. Dex doesn't really give me that much of a problem at DE. At tight end, he was like my buddy though with bombers, so I'll put him in like challenging. He's a good tight end, but not. He just keeps his contain at DE. But yeah, Dex. He gives me a good challenge at tight end, just not that good at DE. And then Karam never really gave me that much of a challenge at center, if I'm being honest. When I played him, when he had to sub in for the champ game, I had 2 sacks, he had 0. He just didn't really like give me that much of a challenge. But then again, he was older in his career, like later in his career. So I guess how that's like kind of an excuse, but at the same time, I kind of expected him to be better, which is why I'm just gonna put him at the top of challenging. Didn't really scare me that much. And then now we have Iconic. Iconic, like he's good at shedding. He's decent at tight end too. Like when I played with him in season 22 for Red Panda God, he got some pretty good fucking holds, and he kept contain really well too. Which is why I'm gonna put him in the bottom of hard. And his shedding used to be really good too. And then you got Dumbables. I never got to play Dumbables. I wish I did, but I never really got to. I would give him like probably like right here, around here for sure, in challenging, because at least when I played him in labs and pickups he was good, but I never got to play him in a game, which is like why I'm kind of upset. It's like hard to rank him. Weakno instantly goes up to very hard as well, along with like all these other guys. One of the best tight ends in the league. Weakno, he's a good DE too. He keeps really contained. He keeps good contain at DE. But yeah, that's the overall tier list. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. It's just like kind of a tier list that I made myself. I'll download the image. Okay. Alright, I'll see you guys. That's the tier list for you. Peace.